Hey guys, Drupus guy here, and today I'm gonna be demoing this origami biaxial flasher designed by Ushio Ikegami. Sorry if I butchered the name. Yeah, Ushio Ikegami or Ikegami, something like that. So yeah, so this is a biaxial flasher, which is it's very similar to the Flasher Supreme that's designed by Jeremy Schaefer. And here this is how it looks. Here's collapse. This is how it's open, like that. If you notice that the reason why it's called biaxial because it moves on orthogonal axes. So it opens on this axis, but if you notice, it opens on the other axis. It rotates on the other axis, which is looks pretty weird. Yeah, so this model was I folded this model from a sheet of printer paper cut square, and I folded a 24 by 24 grid, which you need to have a 24 by 24 grid in order to do this, to get something like that. Yeah, so this is one. This is a really weird one. So, but the way how it opens and closes is pretty incredible, pretty interesting. How it was managed to collapse together like that. So if you notice, this model is really similar to the Flasher Supreme that we all know. It was made by Jeremy Schaefer. And you guys might already seen this already, but it has a similar idea. Because the folds look really similar, but the difference is that this one only rotates in only one axis. Meanwhile, this one rotates on two axes. So it rotates on that one, but the other one rotates on the other direction. As you can see, it looks like it shouldn't collapse, but it does. As you can see how it's rotating on this side, but right here is rotating on the other way. And it just looks weird, but somehow it closes up nicely. Which collapsing it was pretty hard for me because since they rotate in different directions, this was not easy than this one. Because this one took me a while to try to collapse the whole thing together. Because besides this one just rotates in one direction. Like it's like it only rotates in one axis, which made it a little bit easier, I'll say. But it's still hard to collapse together. But it was not bad. Meanwhile, this one was a little challenging because of because I was a little concerned about the folds right here, if they're gonna collapse together. But I think that's how the model is. I think that's how it is. Like those sides are not supposed to fold that nicely. So I'm not sure, but I think that's how you fold it. So yeah. So how I started it, I didn't really start right away with a 24 by 24 sheet of printer paper. I actually tested. I want to test out, see if it works. So here's the one from a 16 by 16 grid, and I wanted to see if it's possible. So, and you can see it doesn't look nice and neat. You can tell it's out of the crease line, but yeah, I think that's how it's supposed to be, and here it is. Yeah, so this is the biaxial flasher designed by Ushio Ikegami. Sorry if I'm butchering that name still, but it's from a 16 by 16 grid instead of a 24 grid. And as you can see, it moves in. It's moving in orthogonal axes. It's moving in different axes. It's rotating, the top rotating the other way. Meanwhile, this one's rotating the other way, the opposite direction. It still looks weird. It's really weird still. You can see that there's a bit like a gap right in here. There's a gap right in there. If you look from this angle, you can see that it's rotating in different axes. This is rotating one direction, while meanwhile this one's rotating the other direction, which is, it kind of hurts your brain. Like, how is this still fun? How is it like collapsing together? Like, it shouldn't work, but it works. Yeah, so this was like my first attempt of testing it out, see. And also I wanted to know how it looks on a 16 by 16 grid. And it doesn't look that bad. It looks kind of looks different to the original, which is a 24 by 24. That's where you get to see the whole pattern unfold. So one of the coolest and the weirdest flashers out of all of them. This is the weirdest. For me, this is the weirdest one out of all of them, because it looks like a flasher that shouldn't collapse, but it does. But it works and it's functional, which is truly amazing. Oh yeah, and it's also one of the models that Jeremy Shiver said he will never teach on his channel. So yeah, I can maybe I can see why, because it might take him a while to teach it, or it might be pretty hard to teach, or he might need to get permission from Ushio Ikegami to teach on his channel. But yeah, so there it is. Also, I actually found this crease pattern on Google. Like, I accidentally found it on Google, and I was excited to fold it, because ever since I saw that on his channel, I wanted to fold it because it was so interesting. I want to know how it's done, because this was not my first attempt. I don't have the sheet of paper with me, but my first attempt didn't come out that good, because I used a regular size sheet of printer paper cut square from a 24, and it didn't collapse that nicely, and it looked kind of ugly. So yeah, so I decided to revisit it and try again. After I actually ran into that crease pattern again on Google, I wanted to revisit it again. So, and this was my, and this I started with this, and it worked out good. So I'm prepared to do the 24 version, and it worked out perfectly. It actually worked out perfectly this time. I might redo this again to make it a lot better, but I'll see. So yeah, so that is the demo of the biaxial flasher designed by Ushio Ikegami. So if you enjoyed this demo, click subscribe to my channel if you can, and also hit the notification button so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. And you can click to one of my other random videos that pop right there. So I hope you enjoy this. And have a good day, guys. See you later.